All right, team, midweek check-in, and we are updating yesterday's card with the latest projections, news blurbs, and ownership reads while staying focused on why each pick belongs in your builds. Quarterbacks first. No change to our core stance. We are staying on Sam Darnold against New England, who have a tough defense overall. The why has not changed, and the data still backs it up. Salary of 16,200, dash rank 100, projected for 18 with a ceiling we just saw at 30. One game ago after 9 and 9. Projected ownership remains around 0%, which gives us maximum leverage on a volatile profile. We still like pairing him with our Seattle receivers and the essentially sports coverage of his comeback arc after Minnesota let him go reinforces the narrative that Seattle is letting him push for splash plays. We are also keeping Drake May as the direct pivot against Seattle, who have a tough defense overall. Salary 16,500, dash rank 99, projected 21 with a steady 22 fantasy points per game, and recent 16, 17, and 19. Ownership remains around 0%, so he can anchor cash or act as a contrarian, run back in tournaments. The reports that New England are looking to bolster his receiving core only help the long view. But for this slate, the projection and floor keep him firmly in our pool, running backs. We are keeping Kenneth Walker, the third against New England, who have a tough defense overall. Salary 14,700, dash rank 82, projected 16 with recent 21, 39, and 17. Ownership is still around 0%, and his spike week profile is exactly what we want in tournaments tied to our Seattle stacks, free agency chatter linking teams to Walker, and even Kubiak comps in recent coverage underscore the league's respect for his explosive skill set and his recent scoring. Log shows the touch count has been meaningful, even in a tough matchup. We are changing our New England running back exposure from Ramondre Stevenson to Trevelyan Henderson against Seattle, who have a tough defense overall. The why is twofold. First, salary and flexibility. Henderson at 5,700, with a dash rank of 79 and a 12-point projection, opens salary for premium stacks while keeping us correlated on Patriots runbacks. Second, form and role indicators. Recent articles highlight Henderson's explosive rookie year with 968 rushing yards and 9 touchdowns, and that big playability is what we want at low ownership in a tough matchup. Projected ownership is around 0%, so he fits our leverage plan better than Stevenson right now. Wide receivers, no change at the top. We are staying locked on Jackson Smith and Jigba against New England, who have a tough defense overall. Salary 11,600, dash rank 100, projected 27, averaging 23 fantasy points per game, and coming off 34 one game ago after 11 and 14. Ownership is still around 0%, which is exactly the leverage we want on a slate centerpiece. Recent headlines frame him as a Super Bowl-winning wideout, openly stating he has earned a record-setting contract. And that confidence, backed by elite production, is why we continue to plant the flag. We are changing our secondary Seattle receiver. Yesterday, we highlighted Rashid Shaheed as a salary saver, but today we pivot to Cooper Kupp against New England, who have a tough defense overall. Salary 7,800, dash rank 91, projected 9 with recent 14, 11, and 5. Ownership again sits around 0%, and the role fit matters here. As covered in recent pieces, Kupp's homecoming to Washington State has been seamless, and he started 15 games with Seattle's title run. In this matchup, we like him as a chain mover who boosts Darnold's floor while keeping us unique at a modest price, and he is the most natural double-stack partner with Jackson Smith and Jigba for condensed target correlation. Tight ends. We are holding Hunter Henry against Seattle, who have a tough defense. Overall salary 10,500, dash rank 93, projected 10 with recent 3, 2, and 15, and an 11 fantasy points per game season mark. Ownership stays around 0%, and the red zone usage keeps him live even in a tough environment. Sportsline specifically highlighted Henry among its top tight end props, and we will continue to lean into that model support at low ownership. We are updating the second tight end from A.J. Barner to Austin Hooper against Seattle, who have a tough defense overall. Salary 3,000, dash rank 71, projected 3 with recent 0, 2, and 0 ownership around 0%. And this is purely a salary punt that lets us jam the premium Seattle stack and still keep a bringbacks in play. Hooper's big stage profile has been in the news as New England push for another title window, and we are buying touchdown variants at a rock-bottom tag. Kickers, no change. We are sticking with Jason Myers against New England, who have a tough defense overall. Salary 8,100, dash rank 60, projected 11 with recent 7, 11, and 8. Ownership is around 0%, and a tough opponent increases drive stalling, which historically boosts field goal attempts. Recent headlines noting his 5 field goals in the Super Bowl and the MVP chatter capture the exact ceiling we want in high-leverage game scripts. We are also keeping Andy Borregales against Seattle, who have a tough defense overall. Salary 7,500, dash rank 57, projected 9 with recent 4, 4, and 10 ownership around 0%, and his rookie year efficiency has been well covered, including 126 points at an 86.7 success rate, which gives us confidence in a game that can condense to field goals, defense, and special teams. No change. We are staying with the Patriots' defense at 6,000 with a dash rank of 58 and a 6-point projection. Recent scores of 12, 7, and 5 show consistent production, and the thesis remains the same. We are embracing Darnold's ceiling in some builds, but that same volatility creates sack and turnover paths that we can capture with New England in others. Flex and values. 2 quick notes. First, if you are not double-stacking running backs, we still love Jackson Smith and Jigba in the flex to maximize exposure to his dash rank 127-point projection at near 0% ownership. Second, the Seahawks team flex at 4,400 with a dash rank of 53 and a 5-point projection remains a viable punt that lets you afford premium stacks while keeping the game environment correlated against an opponent who have a middle-of-the-pack. Defense overall, stacking plan. We are maintaining Seattle stacks built around Darnold to Jackson Smith and Jigba, and adding Cooper Kupp as the preferred double-run backs remain Drake May with Hunter Henry or salary-saving Trevelyan Henderson to capture Patriots scoring on the ground. If you want a deep contrarian sprinkle from the value pool, Mac Hollins is viable at 5,400 with a dash rank of 73 and an 8-point projection, and recent coverage of his incentive bonus and usage hints at a steady roll that pairs cleanly with May doubles. That is the mid-week update. We kept our core, where the why stayed strong, and made changes where price, projection, and news gave us better leverage. Lock in the correlation, lean into the low ownership on our Seattle core, and good luck tonight.